tegen jou zei, snap je? Want hij was eerst naar Tanja gegaan. Hij had een of ander bedrijfje opgericht. Toen had hij haar leren kennen. Zij werkte bij een makelaar. Toen is hij met haar getrouwd. En toen zijn ze naar Spanje gekomen. Toen heb ik hem bij toeval... I told her that he was married, and actually this story is very strange as well, because when they came to visit me by coincidence the second time, when I was in the second shopping mall, in the car they started acting, and then he said to her, like, he said to me, oh, I met him when I was working in a real estate office. I saw a car parked outside, and I looked at the car and I said, I want to buy a car like this in the future. And then suddenly he came in, he bought a house from me, and suddenly I married him. And I even didn't know that he was the owner of the car. And then she said, I always ask God to give me anything, and God never gives me. And then suddenly I only look at the car and I get her owner. It's almost like she was assuming that she don't believe in God and she believe only in magic. You understand? And other thing is when I went to their car, I remember I was wearing a white dress and I had chips or Coca-Cola with me, and they came. And then she stepped also out to go to the supermarket to buy a lot of chips and Coca-Cola. But I did not trust them, so I did not really care about them, you understand? So I was like also wanted to know, because the first time that they came to the shopping mall a year before when they lost their bag, this man from the halal meat store, he told me that it was not, he told me that probably they came from someone, that it was not really his wife. You know, so this is what he told me. And then these owners of the restaurant also told me that they have known her face, that she came there before without a headscarf. You understand? So they actually indirect a little bit give me hints that I should watch out, you know? So, and that day that she lost also the bag, that they lost her bag, it was also strange. They came and did like, they didn't know I was there. And then she went to sit in front of me and saying, oh, I said, do you want to eat something? Yes, I think I want to eat shrimps because I think I'm pregnant. I hope I'm not pregnant, you know? You know, this is actually what she said. So, yes, this is actually what it is. And so I'm trying to tell her that, you know? She said, but I don't care, you know, she don't like that I went to the mosque, and she said that I'm her friend. Well, it is not true. She don't see me as a friend. Hij is vluchtig en door jou. Jij hebt hem aan mij voorgesteld, dus natuurlijk ga ik dan vragen stellen. I said it's normal that I ask questions, and it's normal that I ask questions because it's the second time that they came to me by coincidence, as I was telling you. There were other things that she said that was strange. By example, she went to the store to buy chips and drinks, as I said, and then when she came back, she said, did you buy all that? They were acting. She said, yes. Then give me back my credit cards, because he wanted to show her that he's a man, that he controlled her, you understand? She wanted to give me a bad image. And then she said, give me back my credit cards, you know? And then she said to him, okay. And then she gave him back the credit cards. And then he started yelling at her, you know? Yelling at her like she's a dog or something. Even a dog is 100 million have more rights, you know? And then she, but he was of course acting, you know? And then she starts saying, I'm sorry, and kissing his hand, you know? How much did you use of the cards? No, I did not use anything by the card. I paid with my own money, you know? Like this she was saying. So this was also acting. Another thing that was acting, I asked him, are you going to Mecca? I said, where are you going? Because when he said to me that he cannot go back to Morocco, I said, where are you going? He said, I think I'm going to London. And then I looked at him and said, are you not going to Mecca? Because I said that because I wanted to know. And then they looked at each other like irony, and then he said, yes, we're going. Almost like saying like, she wants to go with us. Katja, you know. That's even more better. Because I asked him, are you not going to Saudi Arabia? And they looked at each other and laughing said, yes, we're going. You understand? because of course they thought I would never ask that question, And so they looked at each other like, she wants to go also, It's not that they looked at each other like, we cannot go, they are looking for us. At first I thought they're looking at each other and saying yes because they have a problem there. This is what I thought. But now I know that he's working really for them. They looked at each other with irony because they liked my question. Like I asked, are you not going to Saudi Arabia, to Mecca? Like, oh, I want us to go, And also he called his mother at the phone and started complaining about tax. Yes, and then his mother said that she needs to pay tax and the other one needs to pay tax. And this is something I don't understand because he was giving me a very negative impression, the same with the credit cards and how he treats his wife. Like he wants to give me a bad impression about Saudis because he said he's a Saudi. So it is very strange that he did that because he was trying to give me a bad impression. And also he said like he was calling his mother and starting complaining about tax, like yes, my mother needs to pay tax and the Saudi government, and complaining about the Saudi government. And I said, why would he say bad about the Saudi government? Why would he complain about the tax of the Saudi government? And then he started speaking about his ex-wife in Saudi Arabia that he just had a baby with, that he would take the baby from her. So it was strange. He was all the time speaking negative. Why would he do that? So I first thought that he was against Saudi Arabia because he was trying to give to me a bad impression. Because if he was working for them, he was trying to give me a good impression. But now I found out that he's really working for them. So why would he do that? Why would he speak about tax? And why would he speak about a baby that he would take away from? Because it's giving a bad impression. Never marry a Saudi because he will take your child away from you. This is very, very, very strange. Very strange. So, but now I have concluded that he's really working for them, so it was all a lie. So why would he give so many negative information to me? I also found out because the first time that he WhatsApped me, I said to him, "You're not a Saudi," because he had not a Saudi accent, And he said, "No, no, I'm a Saudi." I said, "Are you not from Egypt? Because I see that your face is a little bit like that." He said, "No, no, I'm really a pure Saudi, and I went to Australia." So he denied. So later in the conversation, you can also hear that she is telling me that he's not a Saudi. She's trying to ignore that he's a Saudi and that he's coming from Egypt. So he's trying to give the story that I said in the first beginning. She said, "I also thought it was a Saudi. That's why I told you that he's a Saudi." And then later, she's telling me that she found out that he's not a Saudi and she's taking my story over because I was the one that said to her, "No, I don't think that he's a Saudi," a long time ago. She's taking over my story because probably they want me to think that he's not a Saudi so that I can believe that he has nothing to do with the Saudi government. Then it's a very strange thing why he was speaking about taking a baby away from her and why he was speaking bad about tax and why he was treating his wife like scam with the credit cards. And the other strange thing is why himself he proposed to marry me and later came back with his wife. And when he came back to Zimat, he even tried to propose me to a Spanish man that was Muslim and living in Spain. So why would he try to do his best to couple me to someone else? And in the meantime, speaking while he's working for the Saudi government is very, very strange. Hoe weet ik zeker dat je hem echt in een café hebt leren kennen? Dat ga ik niet, mijn vriendin daarnaast gaan. Ik neem dan afstand. Als zij het ook niet weet. En dat gaat niet. Ik ben naar jou op zoek. Ja. Ik ben al dagen in Nederland. Ik ben naar jouw moeders huis gegaan. Ik ben overal. Ik kan jullie allemaal niet vinden. She don't like it that I went to the mosque. She said, well, I would never damage the name of my friend. She's really, really a bad actor. She's like doing like she has nothing to do with it. But in this conversation, I already found many lies and contradictions. Jullie komen nergens meer. Jij komt ook nergens. I could not find you, I said to her, because your mother is changed her house. I said, you don't come anymore on any place. Because I asked people and they cannot see her. She said, well, you also did not go to any place anymore. Who could you find you all these years? You know? I told her, well, I was not in Holland. That's the difference. You were in Holland. I was not in Holland. So she's trying now to blame me that they also could not find me because she's angry. I disappeared suddenly. But even when I was in Holland, I was keeping distance from them. But they don't like it that I suddenly disappeared and that I didn't. So when I contacted eventually, she sent him behind me. You know? Who could find you all those time? No one, right? You know, so you know already the way how she tells that she didn't like it that I disappeared. Oh, maar ja, ik was niet in Nederland. Dat is een groot verschil, snap je? Ja. Ik was niet in Nederland. Maakt niet uit, ik heb er niks mee te maken en ik wil er niks mee te maken hebben. En als mijn naam verpest wordt, dan... I have nothing to do with it and I also don't want to have to do anything. And if my name will be destroyed, then we will see. Dat zien we ook wel. Ja, kijk, luister, jij zegt dat je hem in een café... Then I repeat again, you say that you met him in a cafe. But can you prove that you met him in a cafe? Dat je niet in die organisatie... That you are not involved in that organization. Met hem zit? Luister, als jij zo met... Listen, if you are talking like this... Dan ben ik hier klaar mee, Shania. I finish with this. Ja? Ja? Ik zeg... Ja, maar het is normaal. Ik zeg vragen alleen dit. Het is alleen maar goed voor jou en mij. It's only good for you. I'm not in an investigation. You're not a lawyer. So, I'm not in an investigation. You are not a lawyer. So, she's just trying to do what this woman did in a mosque. When I told her, like, that I was looking for them, I did not tell her why. She said she's a good lawyer. So, she knew why I was looking for them. She said, you're not a lawyer. I'm not in an investigation with you. And then she's saying, I'm not under you. So she's very, very arrogant. Jawel hoor. Want hij staat op de zwarte lijst. Ik sta niet onder jou. Nee, maakt niet uit. Maar je moet er vanuit gaan dat ik voor Jordanië en Saudi-Arabië ook werk. Dus je moet altijd zeggen van er is iets aan de hand. Dan kun je gewoon normaal met elkaar praten. Jij hebt hem leren kennen in Kadisk. Als jij normaal met mij wil praten, had jij dit niet... If you want to speak normal with me, you would have go to the mosque. You would not have go to the mosque. So she's trying to blow it up because she don't like that I'm getting up her secret. The woman that came to her, they know themselves who they are and what they're doing. That they're playing the Antichrist. So they don't like it. They are afraid. Suddenly they are afraid for me all. Ja? Ik heb het niet tegen vreemde mensen gezegd. Ik heb het tegen de moeder van Miriam gezegd. Mensen van mij. Ja, dat zijn vreemde. So I didn't tell it to strange people. I told it to the mother of Maryam, and you know them themselves. No, they are strange people for me. I said, do you have yourself contact with Maryam, her daughter? Yes, but she's not a friend. Later she's telling me. Van mij? Waarom zijn het vreemde mensen voor jou? Maryam was een vriendin van jou, toch? Waarom moet het vreemde mensen voor jou zijn? Ik heb geen vriendinnen. Ik heb geen vriendin. She was a friend of you, right? I have no friends. I have no friends. Ja, ik heb geen vriendinnen in de moskee. I have no friends in the mosque. I have friends outside the mosque, but not in the mosque. Well, she always was in the mosque 3 years ago. When I disappeared, she also started stopping to the mosque. Dat is ik ken met Maryam van de moskee komen. Maar zij is geen vriendin van mij. Yes, I know her from the but she's not a friend. This is how you know that she's a person that has a double personality. Because she had contact with Maryam in the past, and she said she was a nice girl, and now she's saying that it's not a friend. Why would you say that? Because you had contact with her. You can say that you don't have contact anymore with her, but she can still be a friend. You know, not everyone... You can have friends that you don't have contact with them. You know, it is like that. So this is how you know that she's double. Hi, how are you? Bye. Bye. But this is a lie. She has contact with her a few years ago. And die Nederlandse... Ja, weet je nog... And her mother as well. I don't have contact with her mother as well. Een Nederlands meisje die we een keer hadden leren kennen die bij jou thuis is gekomen. Die ook bekeerd was of zo. Then I start to speak about a Dutch girl, ask question about a Dutch girl, because many years before, even before I was going to the mosque, I met, in 2009, I met a Dutch girl in her house, a long one, convert to Islam from Protestants religion. And I was suddenly passing their house, and when I came, they did not expect me to come, and it was like they had a meeting with food and everything, and I was not really welcome. So when I saw that I was not welcome while they're having something, I left. And asked myself, why would they do so strange to me immediately, suddenly, and ignore me when I went there? Because normally, hi, how are you? This is why actually I always kept distance from them, because I did not really knew if they were really 100% with me, you know. So this girl, Dutch girl, she starts speaking about Arabs and Muslims. They always fight with each other. And later I saw that Latifa, I think a few years ago, that she had a photo on her WhatsApp when I was in Spain with a Jewish boy and a Palestinian boy hugging each other. But it was during the time that I was working with the Jews in Marbella. You understand? So it was strange, you know, it was strange that. So this Dutch girl, when later I was asking myself, probably they had some meetings, Freemason meetings, you know, because it's a typical thing that they say, like Arab Muslims, because this is actually what the organization is telling them, because the Likud wants finally to take over the world, so they're trying to use this argument, you know. Of zo? Weet ik niet. Zo'n heel lang meisje, ze was eerst protestants. Dat was heel lang geleden in het begin. En toen was zij bekeerd, toen kwam ze een keer bij jullie thuis. Ze zei best wel lang, een Nederlands meisje. Ja, wat sta mee? Heb je nog steeds contact met haar? You still have contact with her? Nee, heb ik niet. Oké, want zij was toch protestants bekeerd. Dat zei ze ook een keer tegen mij. Ja, al die Arabieren, al die moslims, die vechten met elkaar. Weet je, zo ging zij praten. Snap je? Dus, mag ik ook wat vragen? Je had een keer een... When she say you will hear it later. When she say it's like she knows. It means like she cannot deny. You will hear it later in the conversation. When she used it means that yes, I'm right when I'm saying something, you know. So. Op WhatsApp van een Joodse jongetje en een Palestijnse jongetje, toch? Speaking about the picture on her WhatsApp. And she become angry. Do not act like I have something to do with this. I have already many things at my head. Go back to the mosque and again make my name bad. So this is no problem. I can go to the mosque and correct everything. I just have questions. Luister, bij de deur, ja, bij de deur zag ik, wat is er aan de hand, wat is er aan de hand? Toen zei ik, nee, niks. Ja, waarom ben je nou zo? Ik zeg, ja, gewoon, samen, En toen zijn ze weggegaan en toen zei ze, kom je met ons mee? Mariam is les aan het volgen, dus ik kom later. Toen ging ik even weg, toen kwam ik terug. Toen ik terugkwam zaten ze daar en toen hebben we nog les gehad, toen hebben we nog normaal gedaan. En toen heb ik ook gezegd, er is niks aan de hand, ik ken jou ook gewoon, weet je wel, van vroeger. En ik zeg, ik wil alleen vragen stellen, want het is wel iemand die op de zwarte lijst staat. En als het echt zo is, dat je gewoon hem bij toeval een crimineel aan mij hebt voorgesteld, dan is er niks aan de hand. En dat weten zij ook gewoon. En toen zijn ze ook gewoon weggegaan. En zij moeten ook vertellen dat ze aan het einde met mij les aan het voeren waren. En dat we helemaal niet meer daarover hebben gehad. We hebben daar tried to explain to her that I just was speaking normal with this woman. Vrijdag zei ze. And I can go back to them to correct the things if I have the right answers. But she don't like it that I went to the mosque. And especially because of this woman, these two women, because she don't like them. Maar ik wist niet precies waar zij woonden. Dus ik had aangebeld. These two women probably told other women, because she herself don't like this woman that told me that. Imam en niemand deed open, dus de andere dag ging ik weer terug. En toen heb ik weer aangebeld bij de imam en toen deed hij wel open. Toen zei hij van, ja, weet je toevallig waar Mohammed woont? Toen wees hij die deur. Toen ben ik naar haar huis gegaan. She also asked me why I didn't go to her Somali friend, first to her house, then going to the mosque. I said that I tried to go to her house, and it's true. I went to her house and I spoke with, first with the imam, another imam. There are two mosques. I spoke with the imam from another mosque. I went to his house. I spoke with his daughter that I know from the past, and I asked him where the Somali woman lived. And then they pointed me her house. Then when I went to her house, she didn't want to open for me. Well, she knew me from the past, where I visited her house in the past, and she was speaking through the window, and even saying that she has pain in her back, that she wanted to go. Well, she was in the living room and there was a light on. So that is what I know, that probably she knew that I went to the mosque and that there was something going on. Then I went back to the imam and I told him about my story, what I was thinking, and about this Osama and about this Latifa. And then he said to me, and I said to him, I think this Somali woman knows also about it. He said to me, no, I think you just are paranoia. You just go back tomorrow and you will see. So I think in the meantime, he has spoken with this woman. And this is why the second time when I went back to her, she did open for me the door. You understand? And I even went inside. But then when I went inside, I asked her, why did you not open for me the door last time? She said, well, it was late. She was lying. Well, she did spoke in the meantime with Latifa and maybe with this imam. So I went sitting and she even brought me tea. Habibti, Habibti. I said, Bismillah. And then we would start speaking. And she said, where are you living? And I was starting to like to see her reaction because I want to know their organization. I said, I'm living in Saudi Arabia. Then she said, are you now divorced or married? Like someone told her something. I said, no, I'm not married and not divorced. And before, when I went to pray, she was passing me and going and saying, Astaghfirullah, 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 like someone has told her something, you know? So while speaking, she starts speaking bad about Saudi Arabia. She say like the crown prince is a shaitan or whatever, and that Somalia also wants Saudi Arabia out and want Turkey in. This is what she was telling me. So this imam, I visit him and I told him like that she didn't want to open for me the door before, and he said to me, no, maybe you're paranoid. And then I told him that I had a bad dream about a snake. He said probably it's nothing, it's just someone that hates you. As long as it doesn't bite you is not a problem. And then he said to me, you just put your hands over your body before you sleep with the verses and that's it. Like he knew that I was doing that. And at the end when we were going out, he said, just go back to the Somali woman, maybe you're just paranoia. And then I said to him, we are living in the end of times, I told him. He said, no, we are not living in the end of times, he said, because Allah told us that no one can know the hour. I said, no one can know the hour. That is what you said, that God said that. But I'm telling you that we are living in the end of time. And then he starts speaking about Gabriel, about Jibril. When I started speaking about Jibril, I knew that I could not even trust him as well, because I was speaking with his wife before, and then he came to stand in front of me, showing her a phone with a picture of her daughter and her family. Like he didn't want me to continue speaking with his wife. Why? Because when I was telling my story, I was not looking anymore at him. I was looking only at his wife, and he was repeating all the time, telling me, why did you came here? What can I do for you? Why did you came here? What can I do for you? So this is why he had enough of it, and I don't trust him. So he at the door, he started speaking about Gabriel, and then I went outside. He said, oh, it's raining. You have nothing with you. I said, I like rain, I said, and then I left. So I think the next day he spoke with the Somali woman, and that he asked her that she needs to let me in and to do like there's nothing, so that I cannot know anything. So this is actually what it is. En toen deed ze voor mij niet open. Ze was alsof ze bang was voor mij of zo. Toen ben ik weggegaan. Told her that she didn't want to open for me the door. Tegen de dochter van de imam Farah. Ik zeg ik ben daar bij hun deur geweest. Ik zeg ik weet niet wat er allemaal is. Ik kom altijd bij oma aan, maar nou dus voor mij de deur niet open. En ze is alsof ik een crimineel ben. En toen zei zij heeft de vrouw opgebouwd. En in eerste instantie is natuurlijk bang als je in de moskee gaat doen en gaat schreeuwen en namen zoeken en mensen zoeken. She said yes, because she didn't want to open for you, because she also was with me when the woman came to me to tell me that she was looking for me. And she also want not problem for herself. She's a woman that is living alone, and she's also afraid for her own life. This is what she said, you know. So then I told her, like, she's living alone. She has a son, yes, but her son is not always with her. Why did I ask her that? Because the day that she opened for me the door, suddenly a Swedish boy, the son of her aunt, came living with her. And she said that it was the first day that he came to live with her. And while I was praying, he was eating like a camel, you know? So it means that she's afraid, and she even let him come live with her till this stage. And then sitting speaking bad about Saudi Arabia and saying that she's for Turkey, you know, very, very, very strange. So he said, like, she did not do that because I went to them, but I did not. I mean, I went to the mosque and I asked questions. I mean, why they are blowing it up? It means that they're really, really hiding something. Otherwise, you cannot be afraid. If you have nothing to do with anything, why would you be afraid? Weet ik niet, ze zeiden zelfs dat jij die mensen die dat. Now she's provocating. She said that the people that told her that I was looking for her, that it was like I was like getting insane. But of course they want me to get insane because what they did the last years, and also the comment that they said she's a very good lawyer, is of course they wanted me to become insane. This is no other conclusion that you can take. You understand? So this is what they want. But I went to the mosque. I told her I went to the mosque. I did not spoke with anyone, only with these two women that I know from the past, that I trust. I spoke normal. Probably they told to someone and someone else blow it up. You know, I said I even went with them after to some classes, Islamic classes, in front of the mosque into another place. I said, so it's not like that. Of course, when you're seeing that, why you're looking for someone, of course, if it's an urgent subject, you not see it on a normal way. You see it with more loud and more loudy and emotional, you know. So she don't like these two women that I spoke with because she said that her daughter is not her friend because she don't like that they now know her. But they also give me enough signs. She said, "Gee, you're a good lawyer." And then they said, because of your pretty face, they want to bring you into prostitution. So they're the Antichrist. She, of course, she has a hate for me because I disappeared. But she had already a hate for me when I was with her. Believe me, everyone wants to have friends. And believe me, even I. And believe me, I really have facts and reasons if I disappear. Tegen ons zeiden? Ja? Zo hebben ze jou benoemd, hè? Ja? Wil je dat echt weten zo? Yeah, you really want to know that? This is how they call you. Insane. Natuurlijk. Je bent ziek. Ja, natuurlijk. Omdat ze, toen zei ze van, ze weet heel goed wel wat er. I really don't know what is the true origin of this Latifa. Really, I don't know. Wat er gespeeld, weet je. En toen zei ik, I don't know anything about her history. I only know that they came from Apeldoorn, very far. They never lived in the city till 15 years ago. It's not like me or other people that live in a place their whole life, you understand? They came from a reason from another city, and they even get urgency. So, and it has history. Their brother is still living in this other place, you understand? Toen zei ze, die moeder van Mariam. En toen ging ze weglopen. En toen ben ik daarna nog met hun les gaan voeren, weet je wel. En dus ze kunnen zeggen wat ze wil zeggen, maar ik kan gewoon weer. Her last name is also Jbilo. It's called Jbilo. Yi from John, I from Isaac. No, I'm sorry. G from John, B from B, I from Isaac, L from L, O from Otto, U from U, Jbilo. And Jbilo means mountain. So it's strange because they give themselves this last name, and they came from Apeldoorn. And maybe people knew in Apeldoorn who they really were and their origin, I think. It's very, very strange thing, very strange story. And they start going to the mosque when I was going to the mosque. Even if they were pretending Muslims and everything, you know, this is it, you know. I really don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm about this wrong. Maybe they really have. But I think that I'm not wrong. I think that they knew about their true origin. I think, you know, this is what I think. Naartoe gaan en les voor zeggen. Wat heb je tegen mij gezegd? Dat ik niet heel normaal rustig met jullie lessen voeren. Dat is niet iemand die habiel is, weet je. Dus normaal als iemand voortvluchtig is, dat we gewoon willen weten wie die man is en hoe hij aan mij hoe goed komt, weet je. En hij komt Tanja niet in. Zodra hij Tanja inkomt, gaat hij direct naar de bak. Dus al die huizen die hij... Dat hij naar Tanja is geweest. He said he cannot enter Morocco because immediately he will go to jail. And then she speaks against herself. She say, well, he told me that he recently visited Tanja. Well, in the beginning of the conversation, when I said that he had problems with Morocco and Saudi Arabia, and that they were looking for him, then she said she knew about it. When I say both countries, and now she's telling me that she recently went to Morocco, like she wanted to defend him, like he's not a criminal, like he's not part of that organization, like, you know. So this is how you know that she's not speaking the truth. Ik weet niet. Hij komt Tanja niet in, hoor, want ik heb... hij is pas geweest, zei hij dus. Wat zeg je? Ja, dat zei hij. Ja, misschien heeft hij dan heeft hij 2 paspoorten, maar... She's defending him. Maar vraag hem of hij Saudi-Arabië binnenkomt. Hij komt Saudi-Arabië niet binnen. Ja, maar hij is ook geen... I asked him if he can enter Saudi Arabia. She said, well, he also is not a Saudier. He needs to apply for a visa. Well, in the beginning of the conversation, I said he has problems with Morocco and Saudi Arabia, and they're looking for him. She said, I know about these problems. And now suddenly she's saying he can enter Morocco, and he need to apply for a visa. So she does not really have a good memory. And then I said to her, how she's a Saudi? Yes, I told you before that she's a Saudi, but later I found out that he's not a Saudi, he's an Egyptian. It's a lie, because when he spoke to me on WhatsApp a long time ago, I said to him, you're not a Saudi, you're an Egyptian, because I know your accent. He said, no, I'm a Saudi. And because they found me very smart, that I have the details, because I said to him, your accent and your way you look is not really Saudi. Now she's using that. Yeah, now she's using that, saying, no, I thought he was Saudi, but then I asked him one day that your accent and the way you look and that you're Egyptian. And then he said, yes, I'm Egyptian. He was even angry that I called him a Saudi. Well, she said to me that he's a Saudi. Hij was imam in dingen toch, in Australië. Hij mag natuurlijk nog geen Saudi niet binnen als hij niet 100% Saudi is. Je mag daar alleen met een visa, werkvisa binnen. She's not trying to use the argument that you only can enter with a visa and blah blah blah. She's trying to hide the fact that he is a Saudi. Well, he is a Saudi, 100,000%. Anders kom je daar niet in. En hij werkt daar niet. Hij is geen officiële Saudi, dus Saudi was Saudi. Dus ja, natuurlijk gaat hij daar niet naar binnen. Is logisch. Maar hij heeft daar wel een vrouw, toch? Hij heeft gezegd dat hij daar een vrouw heeft. She's saying now suddenly that he's not a Saudi.